So here's a good question. What would you do if someone knocked on your front door and told you that your house belonged to them? Well, that's the situation some Seattle area residents have found themselves in. An extremist group called Moorish Sovereign Citizens has been attempting to seize property, even telling one homeowner she's evicted. Let's bring in Seattle radio host Jason Rantz, who has been following the story. So, Jason, this sounds a little wild. Let's just take a quick look at who are the Moorish Sovereign Citizens first, and then we'll talk about it. Founded in 1990, claimed to be part of a sovereign nation, making them somehow immune to laws and law enforcement. Violence has escalated in recent years to bank robberies, shootings, and murders. So this all sounds like something that you would find in a movie. What's going on here, Jason?
I mean, it's very peak 2020. The only way it could get even weirder is if they were somehow able to sort of weaponize the Asian giant murder hornets with COVID. I mean, it's one of those cases where it does kind of seem like it's out of a movie. Now, the good news is so far in the city of Edmonds, they're not actually violent, nor are they actually breaking the law. It actually turns out that they're forceful, but they're polite when they're asking people to leave. They believe that the laws don't actually apply to them because they were the first settlers here. And so they go about pretending that they own the land. They've chosen waterfront property in the city of Edmonds, presumably so they don't have to deal with the traffic and crime of Seattle. And so far, at least, they've not been successful. There is obvious concern when someone's just knocking on your door and making these demands, because it is kind of creepy, it is kind of strange, and it can be kind of scary.
Yeah, obviously the fear here is someone knocks on your door and says, oh, by the way, your home is mine. The fear is that could escalate into violence or an argument or get off my property, and suddenly someone feels like they need to defend themselves. Obvious question here, though. Are people turning their homes over? Are there people out there who are saying, oh, really? You've got the paperwork? Let me just pack up. Give me a few minutes.
Yeah, so far, that's not actually happened. Now, these are squatters, and what they've tried to do in the past, and what they've actually been successful to do at the past, is they try to find new homes or homes that are empty. So they end up just essentially breaking into homes that no one are actually in, or it's in the transition of going from a new homeowner from the old homeowner. So they've got that sort of leeway to go in before other people get in there. So far, at least in the last 30 days, they've made contact with, I believe, at least 4 homeowners, and they've all smartly said, no, we actually own the property. Please get off my property. And they actually leave.
Yeah, and it looks like, I mean, what is concerning, it looks like these individuals are making a living off of selling bogus documents. I mean, I'm looking at a list here, selling bogus legal documents, fraudulent auto insurance forms, fake license plates, counterfeit passports. I mean, this could get really complicated for many people out there who would believe that some of these documents could be real. I mean, this isn't quite as simple as it may read on paper, or quite as funny as it seems upon first sight as well.
Totally. I mean, you can very easily see how this could take advantage of people of a certain age, for example. I mean, these are the same people who will get, emails that seem just real enough that someone might click on the links and end up giving over life savings. There is that legitimate concern, and that's why law enforcement here in Washington state are taking it seriously, and they are monitoring the situation. Now, just because they're not currently breaking the law doesn't mean that there's no law enforcement looking into this.
2020, Jason, it really is something, I'll tell you that. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much.